Hi guys, so I recently got this die in that I had picked up on Craft Stash. And actually both of these items I picked up on Craft Stash. So I'll have them linked in the description box. Those are affiliate links, which means I'll make a small commission for your purchase items to those links. So you guys know I have a few videos out, I guess a couple of videos, but there's a few different impossible card designs in those videos. And I had mentioned that I picked up the circle shape because this is a very hard one to do on your own if you want, because I mean, how you're going to get these cuts, you know, and I rather just have the die for that one. And if you're not good with numbers, maybe you want the die for the others. You know, they're really fun. So this one again is a circular shape. And on the back, I forgot, they had said it coordinates with these certain stamps, and it does, because what happens is they make it in a way that these stamps will go in really nicely on all the different impossible cards that they have, card sets or dies. So I will link that too if you're interested. But basically we have this, and I believe it's a 6-inch circle. Let's see. Yeah, it looks like it ends up being a 6-inch circle, so you can put it in like a square card envelope, you know, like a 6-inch square, or make your own, of course, 6-inch square type, and it'll fit in there. There's a little burr here, I might have to get rid of that, but and all I would do for that hasn't happened in a while, is just take like a jewelry or what's this thing called, like some kind of these materials, or just saw it. No, I'm not gonna saw it off. File it with like a little file. You can just okay, so it does the cuts, these two cut lines, the score line in the center, and then that cut line right down the center, right? How we've kind of made our own before. And then you just give it that little twist, and there you go. But what I'm interested in is in these guys. So it comes with all of the layers to basically do 2 matte layers. So on this side, I'll have one piece that'll do this whole thing. So it's one piece, and then another matte layer in the back that's one piece, or 2 different pieces. Just the front part, a matte layer for the front part, and then these guys are by themselves. I think what I'm going to do today is use these ones, the larger ones, and we'll just leave it at that. And then it has this piece, which is that little bridge that you need. Again, there are not instructions here, but they have plenty of videos, I believe, Craft Stash does on these guys. So I'll be using these pieces, but we'll get to that in just a minute. And then I thought it might be pretty to pair it up with this guy, since I had picked this up. I had picked this up in a magazine, and it came as the bumper pack, and then Craft Stash had it on their site by itself. It's the Secret Garden bumper pack, basically. So I didn't want to pick up another magazine, because I already had the magazine, and then they had this, and so I grabbed one for myself, just an extra one. So I probably could have just used the one I already opened, but here we are opening this one. And I already kind of went through it. It has like this little washi sheets, which are really sweet, very interesting. You can die cut this. I think that'd be really fun, because it has its own backer, and it's a whole sheet of washi. And it came with dimensional adhesive, which we might use today. It comes with envelopes that are, oh, look at this, but I don't think this is a big enough one. Yeah, it's like a 5-inch envelope. Some card bases, which I had mentioned, are mostly like type weight paper, so maybe this is something good that you can use as an insert to your card. You know, maybe trim off a little bit on the ends and then pop it inside a more sturdy card, because there's no way this is a card base. But the papers are really gorgeous, so we already talked about that. And, you know, I'll just pick out some papers from here. I mean, look at this with the figs. And I had mentioned I grow figs in my yard. I have, I don't know, probably 13, 14, 15 varieties. Yeah, no, probably more than that. But anyway, the reason I don't know is because I bought a ton of them, and then I ordered cuttings online of other ones, so those either took or they didn't take, and I just don't even remember who is what. They just grow and we eat them. Like, I don't know the types anymore, but there's tons of them. And then we have enjoy, like all the little words here, these die cuts, which are really nice and thick. There's a couple pages of each, but look at that. I mean, how fun is that, right? To add here and there. Oh, this is gonna be so much fun. And then look at these. You know, maybe I'll just pop this with love or something that fits in those areas. The happy birthday's really just a note. Oh, that's cute. And these are so fast to make. Like, it's just, you know, handmade with, oh, I love that. The little stickers. And then this thing is actually sturdier than those card bases, and it's just holding the washi. So let me make my selections, and we will start cutting, because what I'm going to do is grab a plain paper, or not, it doesn't have to be plain, but a basic, well, it kind of does, because you are twisting it, so it has to be double-sided at least, your main base paper for this. And I'll choose some of these guys, and we'll just get started. So just to start off with, I went through these, and I forgot to mention these are double-sided. Some of them are kind of like muted like that, but some of them have like a whole other print. But yeah, they're definitely double-sided and so pretty. Oh my gosh. But anyhow, I was gonna use the smaller paper, but then I really need it to get all my mats, you know, and I don't know that the smaller paper, but I do in my previous videos, I was mixing and matching like the papers, so you don't have to make sure they all cut from one piece of paper, right? This pattern paper or whatever it is that you have. But I might dish something out from somewhere else to maybe change that up. I don't know. But our main die, I'm just going to pop it on here. And all I did about that little burr is I just grabbed it with one of my tools and I just went, and it popped off. So that's what I did. But again, I know there's a company that works with like Scrapbook Expo, and they sell little tools for that kind of thing. Because you know how sometimes you order dies and they're stuck together? They have like little tabs that you have to kind of twist them to get them out. So they come with those kind of things. But anyway, I don't remember who that was. That's the only problem. But they're literally just like little files. But again, like I said, I just grabbed it and popped off, so I'm good. I'm going to go ahead and run this one through with this heavyweight cream colored cardstock. For these guys, I'm going to use this piece of gold matte paper. I'm sure it's Anna Griffin. And what happens is these pieces are exactly the same. And when you cut them, and you have a piece for here, and then when it, you flip it or whatever, it's going to be a little bit different. You'll have the piece for the other side. Like, it's not a big deal. So, I will verify that though if I have to actually turn it. That doesn't make a lot of sense. Because in the other ones you just, let me think, it goes this way. Yeah. Because this will end up this way. So, I'll still just cut on the right side of the gold paper 2 of these guys. One for this side, one for this side. And then I need the background mat, this little guy. Also, so I need this background piece from the gold paper. So the gold paper is these guys. I'll cut those basic pieces and then I'll come back and talk about our pretty papers, okay? Okay, so we have our 2 pieces, and this guy, and this guy. And usually by now I also cut my other matte layer, but I'm just going to do this step at a time here. So if you want this popped up, you have this guy, this other guy, you're pushing this forward on the right side, and on the left side you're kind of pushing it back. Okay, and that is what makes that impossible card kind of stand up. So it looks like this when you actually send it out, you're going to have the little bridges, but when the person receives it, they can pop, it opens up like this. That's a really nice size on the top there too. That's pretty cool. Okay, so we have these pieces, and we can glue them down now, I suppose. If you want this to have some dimensional away from the thing, you can do that too. I think, do I want to do that? That might be fun. But for this one, I'm going to put glue here. And this is basically why you don't have to turn this or do anything funky. It's just going to work because we flipped that one backwards, so you don't have to like cut on the back side of your paper to make sure the gold is in the right position. Just cut them both just like that. And this one too. Like I said, I just cut them both just like this. Put on your gold paper, run it through. Put on your gold paper, run it through. You don't have to turn it around, put it on, run it through, because then it's going to be backwards, okay? And I'm only mentioning that because a lot of times you do have to flip paper sometimes. It depends. But with this one, because we're flipping that under paper, then nothing has to happen to the rest. And you know what? I haven't done that before, so maybe for this one, oh no, I don't know. I was going to say, I do want to put some dimensionals, but then I have those little character faces I probably will pop up, so we'll just leave this flat. But it would be nice. You can put dimensionals for sure. And there it is. It has really nice little matte layers. Okay. So, I want to use this paper. And I guess I'll keep it the same paper all throughout. Well, actually, you know what we can do? This is what I'll do. Just so it's the same green and everything. I'm going to cut 2 just like this, and again, we don't have to turn our paper or anything. I'm going to cut one like this and then cut another one like this. And for this area down in here, I'm going to cut it from the other side, just so I have a green, something like this. Okay, so for this one I'm going to cut this way, and for the other 2 I'm just going to cut them like this. And I'll be right back. So I'm using the marquee for this part, but of course for that larger 6-inch circle there's not going to be going through there. And it took less than half a piece of paper to cut these guys. Again, I cut them just on the right side of the paper because it flips, so we don't need to worry about that. And for this one I just use this, and I'm not doing any inking or anything like that. Of course that adds loveliness. I mean, look how pretty. I mean, it's so hard for me to just go with the plain side, but we have all those other toppers, so I figured this part can just be like this. Oopsie. Oh, Vianney. Oh well. I'm going to turn... We're going to use that pretty side. And, That's just what happened. I mean, I can recut it, yes. Am I going to? Obviously not. That is too funny. Oh my gosh. So now I'm thinking, should I flip these then? But that actually won't even work at this point. Yeah, no, because I cut them the way I cut them. You know what I'm saying? Because this one definitely has, it's not symmetrical like those guys. So, okay, fine. I'm just going to use these. Oh, that was so funny. Oh well, I had a plan. Sort of. Just to keep that a little, less busy, but that's okay. So we're gonna put this down. And what I want to do for the pieces that do the bridge is I want to find some green paper or something like that to make it pop. And then maybe I'll use the opposite side of, again, that mottled green paper that's on the back side of this, Oh my goodness, that is too funny. Okay, so there's that. Now what I'm going to do is take the bridge pieces, which I usually do at the very end, but I'm just going to do it now. And I think that one has 2 pieces also. It has 2 layers, yeah. And so they want you to put a little bridge here, with this little piece on top and then here. So I'm going to see if I can find some like shiny green paper or maybe glittery, something to make it pop that still brings in the green of the papers. And then this one I'll probably cut. It might be too much green. Let me see. I like to mix it up, you know what I'm saying? So if that's green, maybe I'll bring this in. Or, let's see. Oh, how cute this one with little pink dots. Pink dots? Green? I'll cut these from a different pattern paper, but I'll be right back. Okay, just show you. I found this holly green from Tonic. Look at that. That's actually, I was like, I don't want to go too dark. And then I have another one, Silver Spring, I think it's called, or something like that, which is a little bit green, but this is exactly what I was thinking about. And then look at this piece of paper. This is really cute. Sorry, and this little paper brings back like the little apricots is what it looks like, and the figs that are in there. Not pomegranates, what am I talking about? Persimmons, oh my gosh. So I'll cut 2 of these and 2 of this. I'll be right back. Okay, so let's glue these guys. And then we'll add them on here, because that's just what holds your card more steady than just letting it kind of flop around. It's all that this does. I guess it doesn't really matter. There's a lot of border on this one, so that it's going to be a lot of green. I think that's okay. And put that there. And of course, if you're, like for me, this was quite a bit of green. I could have just measured this and made myself another mat that goes in between the 2 layers. Or just a bigger mat for that part, right? Just cut something bigger for that second layer. Okay, so for this guy, I'm kind of putting it together. I'm trying to see what is a nice 6-inch. What's interesting, if you line this up on the 3-inch line, then you know that's straight. And this one too. If you bring it in enough. And what I'm going to do is eyeball something. Like, about where does this need to be for that to hold it together? So line this one up on 1 inch, this one on 3 inches. I'm talking about the line here. And then we know. Okay, so I just want to see about how much of this do I need to put glue on. It looks like maybe the 1/4 inch. Okay, I'm going to line that up on that 1 inch line. Line this one up on that 3-inch line. And that's about right. And I'm just going to pop this down. It wants to be. I'm just splitting the difference, but of course you can place this wherever it is that you like. You can bring it down lower. I don't know. I'm just placing it. Especially since there's not a picture of where they intend for you to place it. I'm just going to put it like there. And I'm going to hold that for a little bit. And then we'll do the same in the back. I just want to make sure this is holding on before I move on. A little glue. A little glue. And since I already lined this one up, the back part is probably going to line up pretty well already. But there's the 1 inch. And about 3. And I'll pop this in here somewhere. I can't see because it's way in the back. Hold on. Let's bring this down so it's about like the other one. Right in there. Okay, I'm going to hold that down. And that's what stabilizes your card, so it's not like going to keep flipping and doing all that kind of stuff. Now let me go through and see what I want to finish this off with, and I'll be right back. Okay guys, you think I'd clean up a little more in between those takes, but that's what it looks like right now. Really pretty. I really like how sizable this is. It's really nice. And So, you know, I have all these pieces, but I think obviously some of these are too big for this one. They might work on the other styles of card. I really like this guy. Oh, let me pop him out. Oh my gosh. How pretty. I mean, you don't have to put the things up here. They can go down here. You can put whatever it is that you want. You can put things on this. Like some of this little like floral spray, let's say. Well, I'll pop it out. I'm not going to use it, I don't think. But I usually say things like that, and I'm like, you know what? I'll use it. But you know what I'm saying? You can put that on there. Whatever it is that you want to decorate in these areas too. I always just keep it kind of up here. I'll leave that to the side for now. And then one of the sentiments. With love on your special. I mean, it's a really nice size. Like, life is better in the garden. That probably fits on there too. Thinking of you. Those who look for beauty will find it. I mean, these are just, oh my gosh, so pretty. Just a note. Do I want to do just a note? I know it's odd for a thing like this to have just a note, but at the same time, you can still also write on this. And okay, you can flat it out now and write on that, but maybe if you want to write on the back, you should do that before, you know, this other stuff. But I'm trying to see if I want to put that, and this guy on top, or this flat and this guy popped up. Okay, hold on. Maybe we do something different. Okay, let me look through this and see if there's something else I want to pop in back here. I'll be right back. Okay, this might be a little quirky, a little bit fun. I'm going to pop this up a little bit, and it came with dimensionals, so I'm just going to use the dimensionals that are here in this kit. Put some there. Put some here. And I'm just going to have the little just a note down here. Just kind of quirky and just off to the side here. You know, I'm just popping it down randomly. And then this guy, I think what I'm going to do is put this little flower sprig behind that little dude. And then just put that on there. Oh, my little apricots. Okay, let's see. Yeah, something like that. Let me get some dimensionals on the back of this little guy, and I'll be right back. Okay. Got some dimensionals on the back of that. Let's get rid of that little thing. Oh my goodness. That's really fun. So there it is with that beautiful paper pack. I mean, look at those papers. they're so cute. I mean, especially for just being like a bumper pack thing, like it's really awesome. But yeah, so anyway, it lays down like this 6-inch circle, and then when your recipient gets it, you know, it kind of pops up and it sits on their desk or however they want to display it. Really cute. I'm such a fan of these right now. I'm having so much fun with these impossible cards. But alright guys, thanks for watching. I'll link in the description box the different, the circle one, the oval, and then just all the selections they have for the impossible cards. Images coming up, and I'll see you guys at the next one. Bye now.